What's going on, guys? Today it is part 2 of Get the Model A Running. I've got to keep trying to get this motor unstuck. I've got it up in the air. There's no way to get to the flywheel underneath. If y'all didn't figure out what my plans are with this, is to get it running and driving as a barn find car, keeping the original engine or original kind of engine and transmission. I think it'd be really sweet to have it as a barn find. Now this one, on the other hand, covered up in all this junk, this is a 1931 Model A pickup truck. This one will probably wind up getting my flathead V8 in it. And I have a third Model A. It's a 29 model Roadster. It will wind up with a small block Chevrolet. Don't hate me. I know a lot of Ford guys are going to be hating me, but I already bought the car set up already for a small block Chevrolet. Hey guys, I've been reading on a lot of your comments, and y'all are telling me what stuff to use to break this engine loose. I pretty much used everything I could think of to try to unstick this engine. Anywhere from Crow oil, PB Blaster, and Marvel Mystery Oil. Now there's other things that I could do to pour in the cylinders, but this is all I've got here. And I'm fixing to add more to each cylinder. I'm doing everything I can to get her unstuck. Eventually the motor might have to come out. I'm trying to do everything I can not to pull the engine. I just don't feel like pulling the engine. I feel like trying to unstick it with it in the car. So more soaking and more rocking. She is turning some, and I'm just rocking it back and forth carefully so I don't bust the rings. Ooh, making a mess. How about a little bit of PB Blaster mixed in there with it? And I'm going to throw a little bit of Crow oil in it. That's it. Tomorrow I'm going to have to get a good pry bar. Also, a lot of y'all commented, why didn't I put it in gear and rock the car back and forth? I've done that. It was dragging the back tires. Y'all also said something about pulling it behind a car and putting it in gear. If I do that, I run a chance of breaking rings, breaking a rear end, breaking a transmission. This is something that probably needs to be handled pretty delicately. So that's why I'm going to the flywheel. I have a lot of control at the flywheel, and I'm just rocking it backwards and forwards. So I believe I had decided that I'm going to try to remove the radiator to get better access to the front of the engine. Plus I'll be able to remove the hood for y'all. So I'm going to work on removing this hose, moving this wiring. I see it's been cut and put together right there. So I'm going to cut it right there, because I wouldn't trust this wiring anyways on this car. It'll have to be rewired. Yes. Alright. just gonna rip this hose. Oh, well, bolt here and a bolt on the other side, and then I have these mounts there, and then the radiator is gonna be out. I'm undoing this bolt from underneath, and you'll see that turning most likely. Got the bolt. Alright, so I'm taking these upper radiator mounts loose. Oh goodness. Oh gosh, that's heavy. Some steel in this hood. It goes partially, the bottom mounts go partially underneath these fenders. But all I did was cock the radiator a little bit sideways. And out she comes. There's a factory hand crank that goes with this car, so you can crank it up if the battery's dead. I tried it already. Some of y'all were like, why don't you use it? Well, I tried it. It goes through a slot in the radiator shell and goes through here, and then you see it's not lining up. So I couldn't get it to work. No. If you look, I've actually got more handle. I've actually got more handle on this ratchet than I had with the original crank handle. Oh my God. Alright, I'll try the other way. Oh my. And I'm loosening the nut. Well, that's that. So I'm going to go back to turning on the flywheel. So guys, I can't stand turning on the flywheel as much as I have. So I need to figure out another way. Maybe if I find a starter for a Model A, then I can modify the starter to put a wrench on the end of it and just kind of work it back and backwards and forwards. I'm going to grind 6 points onto the end of this, which will fit a 14 6-point socket, and I hope that'll be strong enough. What's up, guys? I'm right back at the shop. I got the starter. I'm about to put it on. Wish me luck. Alright, bye. That was my buddy Don. He is a Model A guru. And he was telling me he had a wrench that I could borrow to try to unstick this engine. And he says that I'm on the right track with soaking the cylinders and rocking the engine backwards and forwards, and he says that this thing is really stuck. Alright, let's see what we got here. Holy cow. It's turning. Yes! Yes! Hallelujah. Look at this. It works. It works. I'm terribly excited. So all I need to do is just keep working it. And this is great. I believe I made a full revolution. I'm terribly excited. Awesome. Awesome. So guys, I have been turning on this engine probably several dozen times, full revolutions. My arm's tired, but I got a grin on my face. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Next time, I'm going to have a good starter on this thing. Going to check for compression. Make sure I have good compression. Going to work on ignition and carburetor and see if we can get this thing to fire off. Terribly excited. Oh, yeah, going to have to change oil in it too. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch y'all later.